Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, You, Me, and Faith to Conceive. My name is Jasmine Lovett, and I know you guys have been waiting for an update, and I'm sorry it took so long, but we just needed time to come to terms with everything. So, I guess I put in the title, what's going on. Okay, so we had transfer June 25th. I was doing progesterone every 3 days and endometrium suppositories every day, along with taking estrogen pills every day, 3 times a day. We went through the 2-week wait, which was horrible. I think the 2-week wait might be worse than waiting for PGS testing, waiting for egg retrieval. I think that's the hardest, well, kind of the hardest part of the whole IVF process. The first week of 2-week wait was uneventful. I didn't feel anything. I felt normal. My face broke out really bad from the progesterone. You saw that in the last video. I had a lot of acne from starting the progesterone and the endometrium, and it just got worse. And then all of a sudden, the week after the second week of 2-week wait, my face got really clear. I had like one bump, but it went away. I started using Clinique, but anyway, my face got really clear and I got really sick. I was nauseous every night and every afternoon. Like by 4 o'clock, I was nauseous. I was very tired. I took a couple of naps at work and I was very hungry. So those were my symptoms. I started feeling like, yay, this is gonna work because the symptoms I was getting. But I did not take a test because I didn't want to get a positive test, and then they called me like, hey, your betas are low. This is gonna not, work out. So I didn't take any tests. Went in July 5th for my first beta. The lady's like, well, how do you feel? I was like, regular. She's like, did you cheat? Did you take any tests at home? I was like, no. So she took my blood. I went home. Maybe 2 hours later, they called me, and I missed the call because I had my phone on vibrate. They left me a voicemail. It was like, hi, this is Dr. Ann. I was trying to call you with some good news. Call me back when you can. And I tried to call back. I didn't get an answer, but they emailed me and said that my beta was 68, so that was considered a positive. Anything over 50 was a positive, and they were hopeful with it, so they was good. They told me do everything that I was supposed to keep doing. Don't change anything, and just come in 2 days later and have another beta. So me and my husband were excited. We told all our friends, and well, we told our close family or whatever. We didn't tell our friends until we had the second beta. Second beta was 420, so it went up really good, and we were like confident. Like I was jumping in the halls at work, like it's working, it's official. I am pregnant, but I was excited, but I wasn't super excited because I don't know. It was just something holding me back from being very excited. And I was like, okay, God, let me have peace in this. And I felt like the whole time I was pregnant, I was like stressed out about like, okay, is this going to be okay? Is it okay? Is it okay? And they said, well, come back on the 25th for an ultrasound. So me and DJ were excited. We went out that Friday and picked up some pregnancy tests, but I didn't take them. No. It was Saturday. We're going to a friend's going away party. And I still hadn't taken a home pregnancy test, even though they told us we had positive betas. I just didn't want to take a test. And we went to Target and we bought the test. And DJ's like, just take it in the bathroom. The lady at the register was like, yeah, you should make her take it in the bathroom. You know, the register people always want to get in your business when you buy a pregnancy test if you don't go to self-checkout. So he was like, take it in the bathroom. So I get emotional. So I went in the bathroom and I took the test, and it was super positive. It was so positive, like I didn't even get the cap back on the test. And I was pregnant. I never had a line that positive. I always had like a faded line where I had to convince DJ. Sorry. I had to convince DJ or hold up to light, and the test line was darker than the hold on. Okay, sorry. The test line was darker than the control line, so we were like, okay, it's positive. And we were like went straight to Old Navy that was next door, or across the street, Pavilion or whatever. And they were having like a 75% off sale, and we were like, let's do it, let's buy something. So we went there and bought some stuff because we were having a boy. We were having a baby boy, and we knew what it was, so we were excited. And DJ like picked out a whole bunch of stuff, and we got it for the low because it was a sale. And then we went to Hobby Lobby and bought a little sign to hang in the nursery. And we were just like confident. We were like showing all our friends at the cookout, and finally told everybody we were pregnant and everything. And I was just like, okay, this is really happening. And I was going to work, and I was feeling tired, but I was still going. And everything was going fine until last week on Friday. I don't know if this was going to happen anyway, because before Friday, I woke up Wednesday last week, and I was like, I feel regular. Like, I didn't have any hunger pains. I wasn't tired. I just felt like something was different. And I feel like your body knows when something drastically changes. It's like, okay, all of a sudden, I just felt different. And I was like, well, maybe it's because I'm going into 5 weeks is almost over. Maybe, you know, I'm not going to be this tired my whole pregnancy. Maybe my body's gotten used to it. And I just shook it off and took another test to be sure, and it was super positive. So I was like, all right, this is good. We're fine. That was Wednesday. Thursday went by. I was still, you know, like, okay, I don't feel anything, but I'm still going to take it easy. Friday, I was like, you know what, girl, you're pregnant. You can move around, do what you want to do. You know, be with the kids. I didn't, you know, do anything extra crazy, but that afternoon, right before I was leaving work, I went to the bathroom, and, you know, when I wiped, I didn't feel any cramping or anything like that. But it was like very pink spotting on the toilet paper. And I was like, okay, calm down. It could still be implantation bleeding. I was like, but I'll be 6 weeks like in 2 days. It can't be implantation bleeding. The baby already implanted. So I called DJ, and he's like, why are you freaking out? They said that you could bleed. And I was like, no, they said right after transfer you can bleed. They didn't say anything about bleeding after you get positive beta. So I was like worried. But as long as it was light pink, I was cool. So we got home, and we were supposed to go out to dinner with some friends. And I was like, I don't know, should I lay down? Should I call the doctor? And I went to the bathroom. It was still really light. It was barely even getting on the not panty liner, but you know, the pad. So I was like, okay, it should be all right. I'm just gonna be sitting at dinner. And then, you know, I had to pee a whole bunch at dinner, and it was still fine. It wasn't heavy. But then when I got home, and it was time to do the endometrium, and it's a suppository, it was getting heavier. And all through the night, it was getting heavier and heavier, and I was cramping. And then that morning, it was over, but when I wiped, a little clear circle thing came out. And I was like, what the heck is this? This doesn't look like a regular, you know, blood clot. Sorry if it's a TMI, but it is what it is. This doesn't look like a regular blood clot you get like during your cycle. And then after that, like, I didn't have any more bleeding. My doctor, you know, called me, the emergency people. I called them, they called me back. They told me to just stay on bed rest until I got in on Monday. So I got on bed rest, just in horrible shock and confusion that this was happening to me. But I was kind of like trying to keep it on the low. Then I finally told my parents and my in-laws, and they prayed over me and prayed over DJ, and we just like, all right, God, we really want this baby to stay, but it's not about what we want. If this is not the time, and this is not the right baby, if this is not what it's supposed to be, then your will be done, and we trust you anyway. And that was so hard to say because I really, 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 really wanted it to work. So I finally get in Monday, and they do an ultrasound, and the baby is right there. They're like, oh, it's measuring exactly where it needs to be. He's right there. They're like, okay, a lot of women bleed in the first trimester. It'll be okay. We're just going to take some blood, and you go home and just relax, and we'll call you. So I go home. I'm just confident. I take a nap. I was like, all right, God, you got this. And right across from my bed is some word art, you know, I got from Hobby Lobby, and it's the scriptures, just be still and know. So I was just looking at that and just, you know, trusting everything was gonna be okay. Neighbors, sorry. And I was dozing off, and then sorry, Skylar's going to bark. Skylar, it's okay. Anyway, so then the call came in and she's all, Jazz, this is Dr. Namnu. And I was like, oh God, like only when the doctor calls, it's probably not good. Like if it was my nurse practitioner, my nurse lady that's calling, I knew it would have been all right. But she's like, this is Dr. I said her name. This is the doctor, and you are probably miscarrying. She's like, your numbers dropped down from 460 to 320, and it's not looking good. I'm so sorry. We want you to come in tomorrow, and you know, we'll see if the numbers went down again. So I was like trying to hold it together on the phone. She's like, you know, this happens, but you still have a lot of embryos left, and we really thought this was gonna work out, because everybody in the office was like, oh, we can't wait to hold the baby. Like they really thought it was gonna be okay because the baby was doing its thing in there. And she's like, come in tomorrow and we'll double check. So I got off the phone, I just like broke down and tried to get myself together so I could call DJ. I called DJ and told him, and he's like, okay, babe, it's gonna be all right. And we still had hope. I was like, well, maybe a twin fell out. We still had hope. Like the next day when we got blood tests, it was going to be okay. So I went in, got the blood test. It was weird. It's like the nurses knew, because nobody was like making jokes, and they didn't, you know, talk to me except for the ones that actually took the blood. And they're like, it's going to be all right. It's your first cycle. And the blood went down again. So I was told to immediately stop medication. That wasn't yesterday, day before yesterday. I had to immediately stop medication, and I'm supposed to let the baby naturally leave the womb, and then if it doesn't, I guess they do a DNC or whatever it's called, and they get it out themselves. Because of right now, I haven't had any bleeding or spotting. Of course, I'm still getting positive tests, but that's because the HGC is still in my system, and it's going to take a while for it to get out. How I'm feeling. It's hard and it's okay. Like we knew going in, it was either going to be a 50-50% chance of working, but we really wanted this to work. And I think it was harder once I saw it, because I never gotten this far. I never seen my baby on the ultrasound. Never gotten this far. So once I saw it, I was like, oh, you're okay. He was in there, so, and knowing what it was, I think makes it harder too, because we already had a name and everything. So I think we let ourselves get 100% emotionally attached early, but I couldn't help it because I've never gotten this far. So each day it's getting a little bit better. I do have moments of where I'm crying, and then I have moments where I'm like, all right, it's okay, because some people don't even get this far. Some people don't even get eggs. Some people don't even have a lot of embryos to try again. And we still have 7 embryos, so we're grateful for that. And we still have a whole nother cycle if this whole cycle doesn't work. So we're grateful for that. So we know at some point we're gonna get this baby when the time is right and when it's supposed to happen. So just coming to terms with not yet is hard. And I just want to thank all of you guys for all your encouragement, all your all your well wishes and everything like that, because it was greatly appreciated. I so wanted to tell y'all right then when I got the positive, but we just wanted to be cautious and sure and come to terms with everything before we came up here and share with you guys. With that being said, going forward, on the 25th, like I said, I go back to make sure my beta numbers are back down to regular, and then I will talk to the doctor about our next cycle. Our next cycle, I think I have to do some testing with my cervix. So this will be my 5th miscarriage. This one's a little bit more significant because I knew about it longer. I got to see it, and I definitely had pregnancy symptoms, and I didn't bleed before I found out I was pregnant. Most of the time I bleed first, then I find out I'm pregnant, and then it fades off. So we're gonna check my cervix to see if I have a cervix that is incompetent. It opens up every time you get pregnant. So if that's the case, then I guess we'll have to do something where they stitch it up, and I'm in bed rest for the first trimester. I had an aunt who had to do that. And if that's the case, there might be some life changes. DJ really wants me to leave my job. He wants me to be at home and just to focus on this IVF cycle, or this IVF journey. He wants me to be stress-free because my job is really stressful, running after some kids. and I really don't need to be, I don't really have to do it. I'm still there because I love those kids and I've been there for 6 years, and it's kind of hard when you're in this field to detach from the family. But if my husband really, you know, thinks it's a good idea, and my family really thinks it's a good idea, and my doctor says, yeah, you're gonna have to be on bed rest for a while, next go around, then there will be some life changes. So that will be something. So I'll be praying about that, seeing if that's what's gonna happen. What else? DJ's talking about he wants to put in 2 embryos next time, but that's something to talk about when we get closer to that time. So right now we're just focusing on going through this miscarriage, getting back down to regular HCG levels, talking with the doctor, and then going from there. So what's gonna happen as far as you guys knowing everything that's happening, we will definitely still record the whole process, but we probably will be putting things out later than the actual date. So this right here is live. This is the actual date. Today is July 18th. This is oh, my birthday is in 10 days. I'll be 31. It's actually what's happening now, but after this it probably will be delayed, because we decided, like, we're not going to tell everybody that's an immediate, you know, proximity of us, our friends and family, immediate people. We're not going to tell them when we're actually doing the transfer and all that stuff, and when we're actually pregnant, because I feel like the lesson we learned, this is a long video, I'm sorry, but I feel like some of the lessons we learned with this cycle is to kind of keep everything close before you put it out. Like, we were telling everybody, okay, we did transfer, okay. And then after we did transfer, I feel like I got a text or a call every day, like, how are you feeling? Do you feel any symptoms? And that kind of made it stressful, because you're like, okay, am I supposed to be feeling these symptoms? Am I supposed to be feeling this? I don't feel this. What's wrong? So we probably will keep that part quiet until after it's over. This neighbor is wilding. And then, you know, once we did get the positive beta and all that, we were like, we got positive tests. We told all our family. So that was a thing, because everybody had an opinion on how I should be, you know, moving around and what we should be doing. And that was stressful. So I think after we get the initial ultrasound heartbeat, we'll share with close family. And then after the first trimester, we'll share with close friends. But you guys will know some things that are going on, because like I said, we'll put delayed videos out. But after today, I probably won't have any other videos until the 25th to let you guys know how my beta numbers went. And we're just going through the up and down emotions of losing a baby. So this is what I did with the stuff from the baby boy. I still have his little picture I showed you guys on the last video, and I have his little pregnancy test. It still says I'm pregnant, and I still have the first pregnancy test that we did. Ooh, my nails. I think I'll go pamper myself and get my nails done. But I'm just gonna keep it in a little this little bag and a little memory box, so I can remember this, because it was a little life. His heart should have been beating this week. I don't know if it's beating now. It's probably not, because the HCG levels are going down. I'm just like, it would be crazy if on the 25th I went in there and they were like, your levels are still up, even after going off the medicine. But it would be crazy. It would be a miracle. But hey, miracles happen. But right now we're just focusing on letting go of this little dream and this little life. And he wasn't meant to be. He'll be in heaven, I guess, waiting for me. And we're gonna move on to the next step. We are not gonna give up. We still have faith. We still have hope. This part hurts, but that's part of the journey, and it'll be okay. God is still with us. He still has the control. He already knew this was gonna happen before we knew it was gonna happen. And we still trust him. Like, we let him know every day, we still trust you. Even though this hurt like crazy, we still trust you. You have the ultimate plan for us, and you know what's gonna happen, and you know when it's gonna happen. So we're just gonna rely on that. But I think that's all I have to say, guys. I'm sorry it took so long to get out once again, but we just had to come to terms with it, and I had to make sure DJ was okay. that I came up here and shared with you guys, and he's like, yeah, go ahead and let them know because you guys are wondering and I don't want to keep you on the edge. And that's the update. Prayers and baby dust. 1,000 subscribers. That's crazy. Welcome to the family. And just continue to pray for us and stay on this journey with us because it's not over. It ain't over. It ain't over. But yeah, it's gonna get better. And before it's all over, we will have our little miracle baby love it. So this is just the beginning, guys. Talk to you later. Prayers and baby dust. Bye.